Hey guys, it's Daijia. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So as you can see by the title of this video, I am kind of just going to be bringing it back to a little simpler time. Obviously you guys probably know a few years ago this trend was like going around where everyone was like mixing their foundations and stuff together, and I was like, I didn't have like my channel back then. I mean, I did, but I wasn't like this type of way. Like I wasn't like doing it every day and like actually committed to it. So I actually think it's a really cool and interesting idea, just because like I feel like mixing the foundation to see what kind of like color I'll get, or see if it matches good or whatever, will be interesting. I don't actually have that many foundations, so I'm actually gonna mix in concealers as well. As you can see by the title, it's foundations and concealers, but like yeah, I think it'll be interesting to just mix them all together, because I have some like concealers, but like for the most part they're pretty much my skin color, if not a little tiny bit lighter, but we'll see. So yeah, I guess if you guys just want to see that, then keep on watching. As you guys can see, I already did my eyeshadow and my eyebrows, just because like that's not what this video is about. So yeah, I have this little tin circle thing that I'm going to be putting the foundation, and so I guess let's just get started. First I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty foundation in the shade 370. So I think I'm just gonna do 1 to 2 pumps, and then I guess I'll go in with the Fit Me foundation in the shade 334, and this one obviously doesn't have a pump, so I'm just gonna pour like a little bit in it. And I'm going to go into the Juvia's Place foundation, the Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation in the shade 420, and this is like a squeeze, so I'm just gonna squeeze like a dollop and a half maybe. Yeah. Okay, and now I'm going to take this Maybelline Superstay Butter Skin in the shade 90. I know this might not be my shade. I got it like because it was on sale, so it's either my shade or like a little bit lighter, because like you know how like you'll see a foundation, you're like, this is kind of my shade, maybe this can work in the winter. And if it's on sale, you like buy it. That's what I did. So now I'm gonna take the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the shade 111, and then I'm gonna take this. I don't even know if they have this anymore. This used to be like a little foundation stick. I don't have many foundation sticks. This is literally, I have this one and another one. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Balance foundation stick, I guess, in the shade 330. And since this is a stick, I'm just gonna try to take the back of this like what is this called, tweezers, and dig a little bit off, and then like put it in it. And then I also have the Revolution Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation in the shade 412. I know this is a little bit light for me. That the same thing kind of happened with this. I was like, it's on sale, so we're gonna get it. It'll work in the winter. I can like add some concealer to it, so that's kind of what happened. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna do the same thing with the tweezers. And now I know you guys are probably like, if you don't have that many foundations, what's the point of doing this video? That was all my foundations, so I'm gonna start going in with concealers. So first I'm going to go in with the NYX Full Coverage Concealer in the shade CJ05, and same thing with the tweezers. Since it's a pot, kind of just get in there, scoop it, put it on the side. I mix it in when I mix it with the brush later. Okay, and now I'm gonna take the NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer in the shade Fresh Beige, which is like this, and I'm just gonna do a little squeezy squeeze of that. Oh my god, that one, I don't know if you guys can tell, is such a different, you guys see like the yellow one on top, it's such a different undertone than all the other ones. Okay, and now I'm gonna take the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer in the shade C10, and then I'm going to put in this LA Girl Pro Concealer. Remember like everybody used to use that time? I actually still love these concealers. This is in the shade Pure Beige. Okay, and now I have these two new to me, I mean kind of new to like the makeup world too, Juvia's Place I Am Magic concealers, and I have the shade, I have 2 shades. So one is more of my skin tone and one is a little bit lighter, because obviously I wanted to like spot conceal if I wanted to, and also like highlight. So something that I really like about Juvia's Place is they go low, like, so like one would be like the darkest, and then like up would be the lightest. So this is shade 20. As you can see, it looks pretty light because this is what I was going to use to highlight, and then this is so light. This is gonna lighten up the foundation a lot. Can you guys see that over there? Right there. Okay, so I actually bought 2 of the 16 concealers. So when I got up to get the other one, I found this contour concealer stick from the dollar store that was still in my collection. So I was like, wouldn't it be funny to just like add this to see what it brings? So I'm gonna add a little bit of this. And then now I have the I Am Magic concealer in the shade 16. So now that I have all of my concealers and foundations in here, I'm just gonna take it. First I'm gonna take the little pot ones, then I'm gonna mix them all together. It actually looks pretty interesting. Can you guys see? It's actually a really pretty like undertone foundation, because like there was so many different undertones. Like there was like yellows, there was a red. Like the Juvia's Place foundation is definitely a red undertone. Look. Ooh, that's actually so pretty. It is a little bit yellow, but okay, I already did like prime and stuff, so I guess let's just see how this looks on. This actually looks pretty nice. It's a very full coverage, which is not actually that surprising. I was trying to get a thumbnail. That's why I started off with putting it on my cheeks. Actually, I feel like this might be a little light. Okay, so first we're gonna take this Morphe sponge and just blend it out. It's a very interesting texture, I think, because it's foundations and concealers. Like they're not all just foundations. It's definitely like kind of like giving me some resistance, like it's sticking a little bit. And you want to know something funny? There's a very specific concealer in my collection that does that, like that has that very sticky formula, and it is the NYX Got You Covered. Like it's very like you can like hear it when you're patting it out. So I just think that's funny. I definitely made way too much because that like covered my whole entire face. Oh my god. It looks so light on camera. I mean, it's definitely light. So it is definitely like a little bit light for me. Not super light, but like it's definitely light. Honestly, the formula looks really nice. Like it's not too dewy and it's not like matte or anything. Period. Okay. It's so funny. The texture of it is just like that concealer. Like that concealer is definitely coming through a lot because it has that sticky, not overly sticky where you feel like you can't use it, but it's definitely like sticky. Should I add like concealer? Yeah, I'll add concealer. So I'm just gonna take the Makeup Revolution one. I have a feeling that this is gonna mix very well with them because it's like foundations and concealers all together. So I kind of feel like it'll like blend in more than regular. It actually is. It's blending in. It's blending together more smoothly. But like I said, I still have that sticky. So like by sticky, I mean like, do you guys ever have you put on like a foundation or concealer where like when you're putting it on, if you listen closely, you can like, it kind of sounds like Velcro coming apart. Not very intense, but that's like the sound. Like obviously it's like sticking to your face a little bit. It's giving a little bit of like resistance, if that makes sense. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to like finish off the rest of my face like a regular foundation routine, I guess, and just see how all these foundations together react to like powder and like all that other stuff. I think that'll be interesting. So yeah, let's do that. So I did the rest of my face and I put on setting spray, so now I'm just gonna like do the close-up with you guys. Obviously I have a mirror right here, but like it's not a close-up mirror, but let's do a close-up to see what it looks like. Wow. Wow. You know what? You wanna know something? This looks fire. Besides the fact that like I could have had it a little bit darker, in my opinion, like that would be great. And I actually do have some True The concealer that I use for contour, but like that's like a contour and it's darker, and I didn't want to like make it super dark, like too dark for me. So but wow, this looks really good. I would definitely recommend doing this at least once because the result. Oh, by the way, if you guys are wondering, after I put on setting spray, sometimes I'll just pat the setting spray into my face just so it all like incorporates well and stuff. I actually really like the way that this turned out, and I'm going to be using, because like there's a bunch more, I'm probably going to be using this like a few more times, maybe mixing in a little tiny bit of like darker concealer so it can be a little bit darker, but it's actually a pleasant surprise. So yeah, I would definitely recommend doing this if you have like a few foundations. And also it's interesting just to see how all the undertones together create like a nice, well, it looks crazy in here, but create a nice like undertone. Like you can kind of see what undertones you have the most of, like what colors you have the most of. Like I feel like, imagine how interesting it would be if you had a bunch of foundation shades that you know were your exact color match and you mix them. Like how would it look different? How would they all look different in the like container? Like I don't know, I feel like it's just so interesting. So I guess if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I know this is like a little bit of a shorter video, and I mean it should be short. I know it's not like that much to it, and like I said, I know it was like going around a while ago, but like I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. And to keep it a buck, I'm not really in the best, I mean no, I'm in a fine headspace, but like I don't know, I just feel really like tired and stuff, so like I didn't really have the energy, I guess, to film like a very creative, not that I'm like the most creative person, but like a creative other ideas that I have type of video. So I was like, I'm kind of bored and I just want to see like what would happen if I mix together foundations, because I always thought that this video was interesting because like I said, you can see different undertones, how they mix, like, and most of the time it turned out pretty good, I guess, because essentially they're all foundation shades that you kind of use. But someone who has like a lot of foundations for like winter and summer, I feel like it would be interesting too, because it's like sometimes it's a little bit darker, sometimes it's a little bit lighter. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Turn on my post notifications to be notified every time I upload, which is on Monday and Fridays. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I hope I will see you in Friday's video. Bye.